Resuming debate, the honourable member for Haliburton, Kawartha Lakes, Brock.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to speak to Bill C-30, the Budget Implementation Act 2021, number 1. Before I do so, I want to take the opportunity afforded to members in this place to speak to another issue of national importance. Canada stood in mourning with the survivors of residential schools and their families after the recent tragic discovery of 215 children in an unmarked grave at the former Kamloops residential school. Last week, I was asked by the former chief of the Kamloops First Nation, Manny Jewell, to read a poem of healing for the nation. And I asked the House for their understanding and patience as I do so now. I hope the way he read it to me, I can do this justice. So this poem is titled Monster, a Residential School Experience by Dennis Saddleman. I hate you, residential school. I hate you. You're a monster, a huge, hungry monster, built with steel bones, built with cement flesh. You're a monster, built to devour. Innocent native children, you're a cold-hearted monster, cold as the cement floors. You have no love, no gentle atmosphere, your ugly face grooved with red bricks. Your monster eyes glare from grimy windows, monster eyes so evil. Monster eyes watching, terrified children cower with shame. I hate you, residential school, I hate you. You're a slimy monster, oozing in the shadows of my past. Go away, leave me alone. You're following me wherever I go. You're in my dreams, in my memories. Go away, go away. I hate you, you're following me. I hate you, residential school, I hate you. You're a monster with huge, watery mouth, a mouth of double doors. Your wide mouth took me. Your yellow-stained teeth chewed me. It chewed the Indian out of me. Your teeth crunched my language, grinded my rituals and my traditions. Your taste buds became bitter. When you tasted my red skin, you swallowed me with disgust. Your face wrinkled when you tasted my strong pride. I hate you, residential school. I hate you. You're a monster. Your throat muscles forced me down to your stomach. Your throat muscles squeezed my happiness, squeezed my dreams, squeezed my native voice. Your throat became clogged with my sacred spirit. You coughed and you choked. For you cannot withstand my spiritual songs and dances. I hate you, residential school. I hate you. You're a monster. Your stomach upset every time I went to bed. Your stomach rumbled with anger every time I fell asleep in church. Your stomach growled at me every time I broke the school rules. Your stomach was full as you burped. You felt satisfied. You rubbed your belly, and you didn't care. You didn't care how you ate up my native culture. You didn't care if you were messy, if you were piggy. You didn't care as long as you ate up my Indianness. I hate you, residential school. I hate you. You're a monster. Your veins clotted with cruelty and torture, your blood poisoned with loneliness and despair. Your heart was cold as it pumped fear into me. I hate you, residential school. I hate you. You're a monster. Your intestines turned me into a foul entrails. Your anal squeezed me, squeezed my confidence, squeezed my self-respect. Your anal squeezed, and then you dumped me. You dumped me without parental skills, without life skills, dumped me without any form of character, without individual talents, without a hope for success. I hate you, residential school. I hate you. You're a monster. You dumped me in the toilet, then you flushed out my good nature, my personalities. I hate you, residential school. I hate you. You're a monster. I hate you. 33 years later, I rode my Chevy pony to Kamloops. From the highway, I saw the monster. My God, the monster is still alive. I hesitated. I wanted to drive on, but something told me to stop. I parked in front of the residential school, in front of that monster. The monster saw me, and it stared at me. The monster saw me, and I stared back. We both never said anything for a long time. Finally, with a lump in my throat, I said, "Monster, I forgive you." The monster broke into tears. The monster cried and cried. His huge shoulders shook. He motioned for me to come forward. He asked me to sit on his lappy stairs. The monster spoke. "You know, I didn't like my government father. I didn't like my Catholic Church mother. I'm glad the Native people adopted me. They took me as one of their own. They fixed me up, repaired my mouth of double doors, washed my window eyes with cedar and fir boughs. They cleansed me with sage and sweet grass. Now my good spirit lives." The Native people let me stay on their land. They could have burnt me, you know. Instead, they let me live. So people can come here to school to learn about their culture. The monster said, "I'm glad Native people gave me another chance. I'm glad, Dennis, you gave me another chance." The monster smiled. I stood up. I told the monster I must go. Ahead of me is my life. My people are waiting for me. I was at the door of my Chevy pony. The monster spoke. "Hey, you forgot something." I turned around and I saw a ghost child running down the cement steps. It ran towards me and entered my body. I looked over to the monster. I was surprised. I wasn't looking at a monster anymore. I was looking at an old school in my heart. I thought this is where I earned my diploma of survival. I was looking at an old residential school who became my elder of my memories. I was looking at a tall building with 4 stories. Stories of hope, stories of dreams, stories of renewal, and stories of tomorrow. And that again is a poem called Monster, a residential school experience, and that was done by Dennis Saddleman. Again, was asked by a former Chief Manny Jewell of the Tecumloops First Nation to read that as a way to help the nation heal. When he read it to me, it was quite emotional, and I hope I did that justice. So Speaker, I know I only have a little bit of time left, so I'll quickly wrap up. I want to just say to the government that they continue to move forward on this file, something that is very important, and I think it's time for action. We want to see, as an opposition, we've asked for calls to action of the Truth to Reconciliation Commission report 71 through 76 with a clear action plan by July 1st. I think the communities, all of them across Canada, these First Nations communities need that healing. It's time we listen to them and follow their lead and have action. Thank you, Speaker.